Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the Saba show, and today we are documenting the Everton loss to Manchester City 1-0. This one, well, I woke up this morning to the result and I was pleasantly surprised we didn't get blown out. Obviously, a lot has changed since the last time we took to the field against Manchester City. We got blown out. We looked horrible. We never showed any intent to win the game, although we were undemand in that one. This one, we were missing DCL, who was a late exclusion. And we obviously had Decore to look forward to, and Damari Gray was coming off the bench. Overall, wonderful performance. Let me first and foremost just talk a little bit about the Ukraine support. This game really embraced that, and the fact that everyone needs to be united in this time of crisis, basically. Obviously, I won't understand fully the suffering that these people are going through in Ukraine, but it was very good to see both sides band together in solidarity, basically. We had banners, we had flags held up by the players. Manchester City had, a little bit of a tribute through their warm-up kit, which I think all of those things were really nice touches. And the fans were very supportive. They got behind it. You could hear a loud applause roar through Goodison Park, and so it should. You probably wouldn't expect anything less, given the circumstances and given the situation. We move forward to the actual game, though, and some big things to extract. First and foremost, the goal. And the goal is probably the worst way you want to lose, basically. Played a very solid 80 minutes, held firm, the backline was good. We had a couple of chances. We actually probably looked the more dangerous side in the first half, but then you go to the second half and you see the goal we concede. Once again, it is incompetence that undoes all our hard work. And once again, Michael Keane was the guy. He was the guy that undid it. Holgate, he probably should have cleared it first. But it was just, one of those ricochet type balls that landed basically Michael Keane's lap. And he couldn't work out his feet, basically. And he barely got rid of it. He barely went 5 feet. And Foden is too good to not pounce on that type of opportunity. And he did. And it is an absolute killer when you've seen players work so hard to, get a result out of this, all for it to go away. But just as you thought that Man City looked like they were going to run away with this, something else got involved. And it was the quality VAR system. And obviously this has been talked about a lot in the last 24 hours, but VAR, I don't understand how you can get this that wrong. Unbelievable. It's clearly, some people, Manchester City fans most importantly, try to twist it and say, well, it was A, an offside, or B, it was too high up. Well, first and foremost, it's hit the arm. That's obvious. Unless you're blind, you aren't, you're deluded, right? And the offside argument is invalid because the refs said to Lampard, this is courtesy of his press conference, the actual display at the ground said, decision, no handball. So it had nothing to do with offside. It was straight up a no handball decision, which I don't understand how you can conclude that's exactly what it is, because it was a handball. It's as simple as that. And that is absolutely killer. It's Big Six bias. That's the difference between Liverpool possibly winning the league, Everton staying up, Man City winning the league, Everton going down. It's that simple. And thank God I wasn't watching it live. Even when I saw it in non-real time, I was absolutely baffled by the decision. But if I was live, or if I was watching it live, mind you, in Australia it was on at 4:30 in the morning. I would have woken everyone up. I would have screamed because I don't know where they plucked this no handball decision from, but it was staring right at him, and they just completely turned a blind eye towards it. If we talk about man of the match performances, it's got to be Jordan Pickford for me. Alan was absolutely superb, especially in the first half. From the key passages of play that where Everton created chances, Alan was involved in all of them. And I think there was that Richarlison offside call that, he was going one-on-one with Edison. That was Alan creating that opportunity. It was Alan who made the driving run to get John Joe Kenny open in the first half. He was winning some key balls in the midfield, beating the likes of De Bruyne. It was an exceptional performance, and that is the midfield three that I swear to God I hope we see. But it's an absolute killer when you see players like Van der Beek go down injured. Just as Doucouré came back, Van der Beek is injured. And I don't remember what Frank Lampard said about Donny, but it is a hamstring, which, once you sustain an injury like that, it's sometimes it could see you out on the sidelines for 4 weeks. I mean, we've seen firsthand how long Godfrey's been out for with the same kind of problem, the same area of the body. So hope to God that Donny isn't out for that period of time, because he's been such a crucial part of improving our play. But we got to return to Jordan Pickford. Made a number of saves, at least half a dozen. Some of those were follow-up. So he saved it once, and then he got absolutely pelted again, but was able to save it. He was very mature. And that's why when I say players busted their guts for 80 minutes only to concede that piss-poor goal, players like Jordan Pickford have every right to be irate, because it's just absolutely gut-wrenching. Because he's played so well, and then that bullshit has beaten him. I mean, we say it every week. If you're going to keep fielding incompetence, the incompetence is going to keep delivering. And, it happened today. But, look, I think it was a very good performance. I mean, as I said, last time we got flogged. Usually, City take advantage of possession and basically able to carve you up through their passing game. But even though they had 68% possession, which, mind you, is less than what they had last time against us, their play wasn't as effective. And I think part of it is testament to the structural changes that we've seen in the last couple of weeks. We've seen a few more better defensive performances, a few more positive performances, a few more optimistic performances. But unfortunately, as far as results go, we're not really running home with any points, and we are 1 point from the drop, amazingly. And you begin to ask, at this stage of the season, obviously we have a couple games in hand on the guys below and a couple opponents above, but you have to beg the question, are we going down? And it becomes a very real possibility that actually could happen. And it's very scary. It's very scary. For a club as big as Everton, you do not want to be going down. Otherwise, well, your fans, I think, to say they would be frustrated, disappointed, angry, irate, is an understatement. What we need to do as a team, I mean, the last few weeks, noticeable improvement. Absolutely stiff to get a result here, or not get a result here. But what we need to do is just build on it. There is a very tough run of games coming up. Tottenham is the next game on the list. And, well, last time we played him, it was at Goodison, and it was a 0-0 draw. And that was the first game with Conte in charge. Now, Tottenham beat City just a game or so ago, I think. And, well, they look good. Apparently so, because they beat City. I think it could be an intriguing clash, because Tottenham, I don't really know where they stand. They lost to Burnley, they lost to Southampton, but they beat City. I don't get it. But if there's one thing to take away from this Manchester City performance, we looked good, and it looked like we could actually hold our own with one of the best. And that's going to be required if we're to pick up points in unlikely situations, unlikely matchups. You know, if we want to stay up, we have to win these games. And I think today was a bit of proof that we are capable and it can provide optimism for all Evertonians. So that's going to be it from me. I hope you enjoyed the video. Drop a like if you can see it. Subscribe. And we will be back here for the Tottenham game review. Even the FA Cup review. I do know that that's coming up before the Tottenham fixture, which will be intriguing as well. Surely we come up with the win, but strange things happen in football, and that's just the magic of the FA Cup. So we'll see how we go, but thank you. Have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.